Good afternoon. Thank you for viewing my video and welcome to Santa's Workshop. This is not really Santa's Workshop, just in case you thought it was actually Santa's Workshop. I'm not Santa. Kind of big and fat like Santa, but yeah. Anyway, this is a little video showing how I put beehive boxes together. There's a myriad of ways to do this. This is not meant to show you that I know more than you do. This is meant to show my buddy who's never done it kind of how it goes, because he's got a few boxes to put together and he's never done it, so he's a little nervous. Really doesn't. He's not a super duper woodworker kind of guy, which is fine. Everybody's got their thing, but I just wanted to do a video to show him that yeah, you can do this too. You can spread glue and you've got hammer and nails. You can do this too. So this is a finished box that I completed, and so we're going to set that aside and more boxes. So I use 2-inch 16 gauge nails. I have a pneumatic nailer here, which makes the job far easier and faster. You don't need one of these. It's kind of cool. Everybody likes things that kind of work like guns, right? But anyway, you don't need those. I've got some nice clamps here again. You don't need to go necessarily high end. Nice clamps are nice. They're easy to squeeze and they do a really good job. Claw hammer and some nails, and people phoning. You don't need that either, but it happens nonetheless. And a little wooden mallet. I like Titebond 3 glue for this job. Anything I do that's going to be outdoors, I use Titebond 3. It's a waterproof glue. It's very nice. Cleans up. It's water soluble when it's in liquid form. After it sets up, it's waterproof. So we will show you how that goes. I usually just start with the side. Got a big knot in it, and a couple of ends. The ends are shorts, sides or longs, however you want to talk about them. My procedure, I put the top, which is the flat part of the handle here, toward me and down on the bench, and then the sides or ends, again top toward me. In here. I put this together to begin with just to hold these up. This is going to come apart again during the procedure, and again handle toward me into the joint. You can't put this upside down. Well, you can, but the joint doesn't fit at all hardly. It's really terrible. You'll know if you put it upside down. However, you can put it inside out really easily, and then there's no handle. The handle's on the inside. The handle's on the inside of your beehive box. Won't do you much good. And I don't think the bees are going to use it either. So there's the other long piece. So we glue this up next. Run some glue along here. Just sort of let it run down into the joint. Trying to glue this side, the side part. Gluing this surface here, get some glue on there, but don't go crazy because there's very little glue holding value to that surface. And why that is that's end grain. The grain in the wood goes this way. So this is side grain, this is end grain. End grain doesn't glue with a darn. It's very weak. So it's almost a waste of glue to work at it like that, but it does help to sort of seal up the joint. You can use a glue pot for this too. Glue pot. Sounds pretty technical, but it's not. Just a dish with some glue in it and some little brushes. These are little, they call them acid brushes. It's just a little metal handle with a brush. they don't work very well for glue like that, so you cut them off. Just kind of cut them off, just so they're short and they're firm. And that's nice. For glue, maybe I'll use that for spreading, but I don't have a glue pot here. So if you have your little brush, it's fast. You can just do this. And once you get this brush loaded with glue too, it goes really fast. I'll put some glue on these faces again. This is going to meet with a end grain joint, so don't get too crazy with these end grain joints. Just I like to have a little glue in there, but it's not the major strength part of your finger joint. See, that little brush here works nicely. Keeps your fingers relatively clean too. Once again, the top toward me, handle on the outside, not the inside. Put the handle on the outside. Somewhat discouraging when you get a box put together. And the handles are on the inside. Ask me how I know. Don't use your hand for a hammer like I did. That just makes your hand sore. Little mallet. It's all good. Now, my theory here is you don't need to get too concerned with this joint being tight this way. So I hammered that down in there, but that's all I'm worried about. Right now, I'm going to squeeze it horizontally. Squeeze this box horizontally, push these joints together horizontally, and then I'll drive nails through these fingers here. I'm not going to nail this way yet. Nail down through all these. And that'll hold the joint that way. Then later I'll come back, squeeze it this way, and then nail again. So you'll see. I hope. Clamp on here. I orient my clamp above this vertical finger, so then it's not in my way when I'm nailing here. Sometimes these pull together a lot more nicely than other times. There we go. Sometimes you can crack a box doing this, but it's pretty rare. Boxes are pretty easy to... If you do crack it, put some of that tight bond in the crack. Just kind of work it down in there. You'll be fine. Be stronger than the wood was to begin with. Now, the next thing to watch for is here. And I don't know, doing this by hand, you might have a bit of trouble. You should pre-drill this if you're doing it by hand, because this nail needs to go down into this narrow part. This is the rabbet for the frame, that's the frame rest. So I need to drive this nail down into this 3/8 thick side. I want to angle it. You're not bothered trying to do it straight that way. I angle a little bit, just so that the nail doesn't come this way. It'll go that way if anything. And right smack in the middle of this thing here. Yeah, pull out a little bit there, but it's okay. It didn't protrude. And same with this side. Okay, so those are in. And again, I'm not worried about the gap here. I'm worried about these gaps on top. This gap here I'll take care of when I turn the box around. Nail it off. Gotta get them in the middle so they don't blow out the side or outside or inside. Any side. That side, right side. Alright. Now again, this is not glued, this is just here to hold the sides up while I glue them. So just take it off again so I can glue this. Now I have my little brush now, so I'm going to be a lot less careful with how this glue goes. So just get it in there. This glue, I buy it by the gallon because I use quite a bit of it, and it costs me, oh, if you get it on sale, you can maybe get it for about $45 a gallon. I think I paid $46 or $47 for this one. That was a regular price at my home hardware too. It's actually a really excellent price. I've seen that glue for as high as $70 a gallon, which you have to have stones in your head or be in a real tight situation to pay that kind of money. So put a little bit on this face again. You're not buying that much, but it'll just help tighten up that joint a bit. Very much to the bottom there, so all right. Before I put that together, I'll show you this. This chipped out a bit. I don't think it chipped out just now. It chipped out of manufacture. Right here. No big deal. Doesn't matter. Don't get concerned with it. See how that fits? It doesn't fit properly. Does it? What's wrong? The handle's on the outside. There's something wrong. Something wrong is it's upside down. There we go. The knot is kind of. These are loose. Get loose knots. When you're all done, smear some Tite Bond 3 on the knot. Try and get it worked into any cracks. And that'll stabilize that knot forever. Nothing to worry about after that. Hold that joint horizontally. You want to make sure your clamp is, I don't know if you can see it, but if my end of my clamp was on that finger, it's not going to pull the joint together. You need to be under that finger. So you pull the side and not the end. Good. Again, to nail into that skinny 3/8 piece there. It's okay. So, you can see that this joint is not tight vertically here, and that's by design. I'm not that concerned about that at this point. If you like, you can help yourself. You're going to squeeze that the other way, but you can help yourself a little bit. Give it a tap. Claw hammer. With your fingers. See stuff flying out of that knot? Kind of rotten. These are the budget boxes. Quite affordable. But they've got some pretty big knots. But I've used many of them, and I've never had one that I could make work. There was a couple that I had to effect some pretty serious repairs on, but it was worth it to salvage the box. Squeeze out is something you want to see. I'll show you here. The glue squeezes out of the joint when I squeeze it with the clamp. And that just means the glue is, or the joint is full of glue, which is kind of the point, isn't it? So we're pulled horizontally again, and then we can nail down through there, and that'll stay horizontal, tight horizontally. You don't have to worry about a little narrow thing to nail into this way. It's nice, but this finger is a little short, so I could just kind of angle a little bit, so I know it's going to go into the pine instead of. Sometimes you can shoot it straight, but because of the way the grain goes, this grain I can see kind of goes like this, right at the top. It'll hit that grain, and then end up coming out the bottom of your box. So I find it works universally if I just angle that one just a little toward the inside, and no problems. It takes me about 15 minutes to do a box if I'm on a roll. Now this squeeze out, you can wipe this off with a paper towel, but you can also just kind of work it into some of these gaps here, because the side of this joint, this gap here, not so much this side. This is where your strength is here. So you don't want to lack a glue in there. One more side to nail. See if you can see that squeeze out happen when I do this. Okay. They're coming out there. These clamps have a maximum squeezing power of 600 psi. 600 pounds in psi. 600 pounds. Very good clamp for high pressure. I'm not saying you need that much. Sometimes you squeeze that clamp and it doesn't pull that box together. You've got to tap it with the hammer. So, get yourself some good clamps. Thank yourself. You can get these almost anywhere. Home Hardware has these. Canadian Tire has them. You go on sale once in a while at Canadian Tire. These are 24 maximum. Width is 24. I have different lengths of these clamps, and that's the one you need for boxes. The smaller one won't reach. Alright. So this is all nailed up now. This box is structurally done. Just want to make sure there's not glue dripping everywhere. And also on the inside, you can see glue in the corners here. Sometimes it drips pretty bad. It probably doesn't hurt a thing. The bees won't care. It won't cause you a management issue later on. But I know it's there, and I don't like it. It's messy. And there you go. Now, you don't have to do this part, but what I do with my boxes is I'll let this set at least 24 hours, And then I get my little belt sander out, and these joints are not flush. And I'll get and there's glue. There's glue everywhere here. So I'll get my belt sander out, and I'll sand. Of course, you sand toward it. Don't sand that way because it'll break this all off. And I just sand that, run my belt sander just like that, and then I'll turn it around like that. I'll clamp this to the table to do the sanding. Just clamp the table like that so then it doesn't move around. And I can just sand this, sand that one, do all four sides. Then they're nice and smooth. It's beautiful. You paint that. I paint that with a 2 coats of latex primer, and then I'll do 2 coats of latex something else. And usually the something else I use is an off tint, they call it at the store. The off tints where I go, they charge $15 a gallon. You never know what colors you're going to get, but that's fine. It's nice to have a colorful apiary. The bees like it. They can navigate very well with colorful apiary. This is a knot. I don't know if you can, I think you can see that. It's not really, it's a little bit loose. So just put some glue on around the outside of it there. And just sort of work it in a bit. Make it nice and smooth. Now it'll turn brown when the glue dries, but that's okay. The bees won't mind it. Same thing on the outside of that nasty looking knot. Because again, these are the economy boxes, the budget boxes, and there's nothing wrong with them, but they do occasionally have a bit of a loose knot in them. And that's it. I've got 3 down and 7 to go. Just doing 10 of them today. Hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it helps.